Students of Standard 10, DAV Mall Public School welcomes you all in e-learning classes. Here Nitin Pushpa today, your social science teacher. Today's topic is agriculture. Students, first of all, we will learn about the agriculture part first. So, let's begin our today's online session. First point is types of farming. Students, agriculture is a primary activity in which almost two-thirds of India's population is engaged. That means 60 to 65% people are agriculturalists in our country. Students, on the basis of the physical environments such as rainfall pattern, land productivity, technological advancement, and socio-cultural practices, there are various farming activities practices in India. Students, on the basis of that, agriculture is categorized into two most important types. First, subsistence agriculture and commercial agriculture. First of all, we will discuss about the subsistence agriculture. Students, what do you mean by the subsistence agriculture? Listen, subsistence agriculture means farmers grow a wide range of crops based on the needs of their families or the community. That means when farmers grow food crops to meet the needs of themselves with little or no surplus, it's called subsistence agriculture. Okay, students, its first type is primitive subsistence farming. Listen, this type of farming is carried out by small farmers on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like dao, hoe, and digging sticks using the family or community labors. Students, this agriculture is depends upon rainfall, natural fertility of soil, and production. Okay, it's for the self consumption only. Students, it's also called the slash and burn agriculture. In this agriculture, tribals, farmers clear a patch of forest land and burn it for the agricultural practice. Students, in the given picture, you are seeing farmers and tribal, yes, they are clearing the forest land and burn it for their agricultural practice. Students, it's also called zooming agriculture. Do you know about the zooming? Listen, zooming means what? Farming is a type of shifting agriculture practiced in northeast India, especially in Mizoram. Students, it is man's primitive method of harmonizing land and climate with his needs for good along with the habitat shared with the wildlife. So, this is primitive subsistence farming. This is second type of subsistence farming. That means intensive subsistence farming. Students, a form of subsistence agriculture in which farmers must expend a relatively large amount of efforts to produce the maximum yield from a piece of land. It's called intensive subsistence farming. Students, intensive subsistence farming in India is practiced in areas where there is high population pressures on land. It is a labor intensive farming. Swans farmers use heavy biochemical inputs, intensive irrigation, then HYV seeds and some biochemical technology. So that's why it refers as higher production. That means farmers are using that entire things to obtain the higher production. Students, in the given picture, you are seeing the pictures of and the activities of intensive subsistence farming. Type is commercial farming. Students, what do you mean by the commercial farming? Commercial agriculture. Listen, commercial agriculture is typically done on a very large scale with the purpose of selling the produce in the market to make more and more profits. Students, commercial agriculture is broadly divided into extensive agriculture, plantation agriculture, livestock ranching, and dairy farming. Students, the agricultural practice on a large scale by using modern technology to earn good income from agriculture is called commercial farming. The main characteristics of this type of farming is large land holdings and use of high level of inputs, high yielding variety, that means HYV seeds. Again, good irrigation facilities, chemical fertilizers, insecticides and pesticides. The amount of commercialization of farming varies from one area to another depending on climatic conditions, irrigation facilities and other factors. So students, that all entire things definitely cause to increase production. Students, the first picture depicts the message about the commercial farming. Students, plantation. It is the most important type of commercial farming. Plantation farming produce raw materials for various agro-based industries. In this type of farming, only a single crop is grown on a large scale using capital intensive input with the help of migrant laborers. Students, well-known plantation crops are tea in Assam and North Bengal and coffee in Karnataka. So this is the commercial farming. Okay, next point is cropping pattern. Students, cropping pattern refers to the proportion of land under the cultivation of different crops at different points of time. This indicates the time and arrangement of crops in a particular land area. Students, it refers to environmental differences that give rise to different cropping seasons in our country. Students, India has three cropping seasons: Rabi crop season, Kharif crop season, and Zaid crop season. So these are the three cropping pattern or three cropping seasons of India. So students, let's discuss about that one by one. Rabi crops. Rabi crops are agricultural crops that are sown in winter and harvested in the spring. That means at the start of the summer in the month of April to June. Students, some crops cultivated in this season are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Students, you are seeing the pictures of wheat and peas. Yes, students, in our area, we are observing these crops like wheat, peas, mustard and so on. Students, Rabi crops are grown in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. Students, reason for the successful of Rabi crop is what? Listen, in the winter months, western temperate cyclones that cause rainfall. Yes students, western temperate cyclones that cause rainfall, it is very advantageous and the favorable condition for the development of rabi crops. Students, the green revolution in Punjab made the crops in this season. So students, this is the information of rabi crops. Second pattern is Kharif crops. Students, Kharif crops are sown during the monsoon. That means in the month of May, June and July, and it harvested in the month of September and October. Students, major Kharif crops are paddy crops. That means rice. Again, maize, jowar, bajra, tur, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut and soybean. These are the kharif crops. Students, you are seeing the pictures of maize and cotton. Students, these are the mainly kharif crops. Yes students, in our area we are observing these crops: maize, bajra, cotton and groundnut. Students, major areas where paddy is cultivated in Assam, that means kharif crops are grown in Assam, West Bengal, coastal region of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and so on. In well irrigated areas of Assam, West Bengal, and Odisha, three crops of paddy are grown in a year. How many times? Three times. Paddy crops are grown in a year, named as As, Aman, and Boro. In which state students? Assam, West Bengal, and Odisha. Three crops of paddy are grown in a year, named as As, Aman, and Bro. These are the names of paddy crops. So students, so this is the information of Kharif crops. Next crop pattern is Zaid crops. Listen students, Zaid crops are sown between the Rabi and Kharif season. That means during the months of March, April, May and June. So some of these crops produced during this season are watermelon, cucumber, then vegetables and fodder crops. That means students, watermelon, cucumber, fodders and vegetables, these crops are grown during the March, April, May and June. That means in between the Rabi and Kharif season, these crops are taking. So these are the Jaid crops, watermelon, cucumber and fodder crops. These are the fine examples of these crops. Students, so these are the three cropping patterns, three cropping season in our country. Which one? Rabi crops, Kharif crops and Jaid crops. Students, on the basis of today's thought portion, this is your assignment. Students, remaining part of this lesson, we will learn in the next online session. Till then, thank you very much and have a nice day.